love that song. Hey, everybody, it's Luke for the Youngstown Ghost Hunters, MLO Bros, Go Mortgage, father of three. I got everything going on. So today, real fast, we got a quick podcast today for the Ghost Hunters. This Saturday at 9 p.m., me and a couple people are heading over to the Wick Yards in our backyard in Youngstown, Ohio. Should be very interesting, should be fun. As always, it's got a great history that I didn't even know about. So we're going to... it's all new to me here, so this is gonna be fun. So let's bring on. I got Eric from the Wick Yards on here, so let's bring him on and meet him. Hey, Eric.
Hi. Yeah, thanks for having me on. I've been hearing a lot about MLO Bros from everyone I know pretty much, and yeah.
Where they like, God, these guys are assholes. That's normal. Or is it 50-50? It's normally split.
No.
Really
positive. Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good. No, I appreciate it. My brother won't be there. He so it's the MLO Bros are me and my brother, and Isaac has taken the stance unless there is alcohol where he can get hammered while we go, and he's not going because he says it's the most boring thing ever. I personally love it, so I don't know. But I do have 3 kids. I always say I go ghost hunting just to get away from my children. So it's fantastic. So Eric, where are you from, man?
I've been in the Youngstown area my whole life.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Cardinal Mooney High School.
You Mooney? Cool.
Yeah.
And how are you? So tell me, how are you involved? Well, let's start this. How are you involved with the Wick Yards?
All the business activities that occur in this building are some root of my creation. So we're primarily a concert venue. And we do those several times a month. Been doing that since March of 2016. And
do you own the building, or are you working for the people who own the building?
My dad and I are owners, so
that's awesome.
I own all the business side of it, and
yeah. Can I ask how old you are? How old are you?
28.
Dude, so that's amazing. So your dad and you buy a building, and tell us. And right now, what I know about it, I've never been there yet, but you guys have concerts.
Yes.
What else?
Concerts. Over the past year and a half, these paranormal investigations, we've been doing a lot of those. Video shoots, some other events here and there. I can tell you about it. We did do a large haunted house attraction this past October.
How'd that go?
It went really well. We had about 700 people.
Holy crap!
I'm not like a horror fan personally.
Yeah.
So I don't think I had the best inspiration going into it. But like I got reviews like it wasn't scary enough. But so there were some other issues too. So we're not doing it again this year, but we'll do it out in the future.
Yeah, dude, I personally love horror stuff, and I love haunted houses. And one of the things my boys and I have 3 boys, like I said. I have a 12-year-old, a 10-year or an 8-year-old, and a 5-year-old. 5-year-old's out. The 8 and the 10-year-old, we did some haunted houses, and they loved it. Right, and they're little. I think an 8-year-old's too young, but he loved it. So we think this year we're going to start going to the haunted houses in our area and doing like a video review of each of them with my boys, which is like anytime you get my kids on, it's just freaking madness. So, well, that's good. So you guys have been doing it. Why did you buy the building? Was that your plan? Like, how long have you owned the building for?
About that long as I've been doing shows here. So like late 2015, we acquired it, and
you just said, "Hey, let's go buy this building."
I had a previous venue that I used to do stuff at in 224 in Boardman called Backyards and Billiards. Like it was a former billiards building that I did stuff out of for like a year, and it went really well. And that's where the name.
I cut you off. Sorry, Eric. That was my bad.
Yeah, you're good. Like you trying to boot me off already?
No, dude, not yet.
That's where the name Wick Yards comes from. Actually, it's Wick Avenue and that Yards branding it used to have. Just combine the two, and here we are.
Awesome.
And I grew up. My dad's a funeral director, and
funeral director
up around it. We didn't want to use it to be an active funeral home anymore, but the building's just beautiful, and figured we'd do something with it, and I've been doing this kind of stuff for a little bit.
me pull up some pictures so we can show everybody watching.
I'm actually here right now.
What's that?
I'm actually here right now.
Are you? So
Yeah.
tell me, let me pull this up here real fast, and then we'll share it to the screen. Presents. So just real fast here, let me close my other stuff so people see what I'm snooping around in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so real fast. So the Wick Yard building, what was it before?
So it was a funeral home for 50 years prior, from the late 60s or from early 60s to 2013.
Okay.
And so it went under various names. And then prior to that, building was completed in 1909. Was the home to John Todd and his wife and their
John Todd, i.e. Todd Hall in Youngstown.
exactly that John Todd. Yep.
Wow.
Grandson of David Todd, the governor during the Civil War in Ohio.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, cool. So they lived there. When was this building built?
So it was constructed between 1902 and 09. So it was a decently lengthy process there.
Right.
Yeah, I actually have a book that John himself wrote, and he said the exact move-in date they moved in here, and so moved in 1909. He passed away in the room I am currently talking to you in 1953. So yeah,
we're gonna have to ask some names for John and the Todd family and stuff like that, because they said it sounds like their whole family was there, right?
not as much. They didn't have kids, so
okay,
it was really just John and his wife Alice. So
okay, and then the funeral was active, because when I posted that, what was funny was I posted a hey, this is where we're going. Does anybody know where it was? Literally like 20 people were like, oh my god, my grandpa was there, my aunt was there.
mm-hmm.
So that was like the place.
Yeah, I almost wish I went to a funeral here. Not that I want to go to funerals, but yeah, it's usually a good thing when you don't have to go to those. But just to get the vibe of what it's like, because of what I'm doing now is quite drastically different. But
right.
Yeah, I still get people. 10 years wasn't that long ago to be an active funeral home. And
yes. So, and then obviously, so here's my take, and I don't know what your take is on the paranormal. Yeah. So like the way we do it, and I always tell the people we have on, the owners we have on before we talk, our take is we try and we go in there and we try and see if we can get something to happen, and then we try and disprove it, right? Like, we're not like some of these paranormal groups I'm sure you had, like they'll hear something like, oh my god, that's a ghost, it's definitely paranormal. Like, we're not like that. We try and figure stuff out, right? Because sometimes it's a pipe in the wall. You got 100 and some year old building, right?
Yeah.
We do. Now, with that said, with some of our investigations, even some of the people watching now and watch on Saturday, we have a crew that always watch all the time. We've had stuff happen that to this day I can't explain, and it's just creepy, weird. I had a locker slam on me in an old school building, walking the hallway by myself, camera goes dead, locker slams. Everybody heard it because they were down the hallway. I was by myself, didn't bump into it. We've had voices, just weird stuff that is very, very hard to explain. Have you had any stuff like that happen?
Personally, not a lot when I haven't been looking for it. Just existing in the building. Sometimes you get the anxiety about being in a space so large, like it's 9,000 square feet, and I'm by myself sometimes, and you get a little bit of that. But
the little creepy stuff in the back of your neck that sometimes,
or just like the idea that there could be something, even if you don't know. But I haven't seen or heard hard evidence that I haven't been actively looking for. So I'll come along on some investigations and
Awesome. And then have any of the investigators you've had in there prior seen anything or heard anything?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. We're still doing it after all.
But
plenty of voices that they're being able to be picked up on, like voice recorders, spirit box action.
Yeah.
Little play with some of the like tripwire and all those like EM
Yeah,
readers.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
So yeah,
have
wide variety.
yeah, we have Ghost Pod. We use the Ghost Pod. It's the REM Pod. We'll ask it questions. We love that thing. We have a voice box that'll answer. We have night vision cameras, so we're going to be walking around in the dark, which is pretty cool. So we do not need lights. I mean, we have flashlights, obviously. We have a spirit box. We have everything. I've spent an insane amount of money on stuff that I don't know. So we're going to do all of that on Saturday. And then after that, the following week, I'll put together. Everybody will be able to watch. So, basically the way we do it is we'll have a live stream with us Saturday, with our newest. We're going to call it the Danny Cam, who's our 18-year-old intern that we don't pay from Poland. He's going to YSU. Danny, the intern, is going to be here. He's going to be running the stream. It's going to be from his point of view the entire time. The other ghost hunters are going to be around the building. We'll probably stay in a small group. Work our way around, see what we get. Do some isolations. Have you done an isolation session yet? Do you know what that is?
I've heard it come up in different contexts, but what is it?
We're gonna give you a camera. So what is the creepy? Let's start there. What's the creepiest part of the building, in your opinion?
As far as, I mean, the basement, I would say is like aesthetically the creepiest part.
That's perfect.
But as far as just like feeling, sometimes you could just like feel an energy.
Yep.
Third floor for sure.
Third floor, you get that creepy. We call that the creepy feeling that kind of makes the stuff stand up on your back.
Yeah, that's the spot where there's something there. Evidence always points to that third floor. And,
Okay. Well, so what we do is we're going to give you a night vision camera, and we'll do it too. We do it for 10 minutes. You go out by yourself, and we sit you down in the dark, and you just ask questions by yourself. It's the most nerve-wracking. Dude, I'm telling you, it's the most. Now it's your building, so you probably be a little bit more comfortable, but it's nerve-wracking for us, and it's nerve-wracking for the people watching because you're just in dead silent and you don't hear anything, and you don't go from there. I mean, it's nuts. How big is the building?
It's a little under 9,000 square feet.
9,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And there's about 2,000 that's was added on in the mid 70s for like the funeral home expansion, essentially. But yes, it's still like just under 7,000 square foot, like historic mansion. So
that's a big building.
Yeah.
What we'll have to do too is we also like to do we do challenges, so we'll think of some challenges to do too for each other. So it'll be like give you a camera and we'll have you walk through the dark with just the camera asking questions. That gets creepy too. So like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it. I promise you've never seen ghost hunters like us before. I can tell you that right now. Okay. So how many groups have you had come in there?
Oh, just under a dozen probably. So
is it really?
Yeah.
Awesome. That is cool. Well, we really appreciate you letting us come on. We should get you some exposure. When's your next concert?
Our next concert's actually tomorrow at 7:30. Collide, Lovers in Reverse, Rocco Sate, and Jack and the Cadavers.
Okay.
We also have stuff August 18th and the 25th. So
we're just sneaking in. We're sneaking in on a free day accidentally, then, pretty much, right?
Yeah, Fridays, Saturdays, especially are. We usually have stuff booked, but not always. So.
Yeah. How many people do you get it pretty packed in there? Or does it depend on the band?
It's so lineup dependent, and also you have to just monitor what other shows or the weather are in the market too.
Right.
So it just depends. It could be anywhere from 15 to 85.
Yeah, that's cool. Wow, and do you serve alcohol in there?
No.
You said can they bring their own booze?
We do not have a liquor license.
God, dude, it's a concert venue. I gotta ask, right? So
we're right across the street from Ursuline High School, and one of those things. It would be unlikely for us.
That would make sense. Okay, well that's good. Yeah, so you are located right across on Wick Avenue, right across from Ursuline High School. That whole area's got a lot of history in there too. I mean, just with the whole and everything. So, I mean, I don't want to keep you too long. So, This is just a warm up for Saturday. We're going to be there probably till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. We're not all nighters or anything like that. I like sleep. So we'll go live for those of you watching at home and watching later. We're going to go live at 9. I should get there, Eric, probably around like 8 to set up, if that's okay.
Okay.
Set up or stuff. I got all kinds of stuff I got to set up. Do you have Wi-Fi in there?
At most parts of the building, yeah.
Okay, cool. And do you get a cell phone signal? You're in the middle of Youngstown.
Yeah, everywhere.
Okay, cool. So my ghost phones have cell phone service. So we'll be there 8 o'clock. We'll go live at 9. We'll meet everybody that's going, and then we'll just start investigating right away. Maybe we can do, before we go at 9 o'clock, how about we do a tour of the building, and then we'll turn all the lights off, and just to let everybody see where everything goes on at your building and go from there.
Yeah, definitely to give you some context and on the history.
No, it's way easier to walk around in the dark when you've been through it once with a light on before we turn all the lights on and walk around and freaking trip over whatever. So,
and we're currently have a lot of like plumbing construction going on. So, yeah, you are the first group to have to deal with this. So, yeah, we're gonna make it work, I think. So,
go on our videos and look at some of the places we've been. Your place is going to be really, really nice. So last, about a month ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, we went to a place called Yellow Dog Village in PA. Google it when we're done.
Okay.
22 abandoned houses in the middle of a hill in PA. It's an old mining town. We had to end there just falling apart, dude. It was nuts. We can deal with your plumbing problems, sir. Trust me, because we were going to get attacked by bats and birds and cats. So yeah, trust me. So it's gonna be fun. Well, dude, I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person. We'll be, like I said, I'll be there at 8 o'clock. Set up 9 o'clock. We go live. Everybody watching from home, you can tune in. It's a lot of fun. You get to watch us ghost hunt while you sit at home. And sometimes something happens, sometimes doesn't. It's like watching, you just don't know what's going to happen. And it's funny is that I'm always thinking to myself, why are people watching this? And it's literally because they're just waiting for something to happen. It's fun. So
yeah, it's like baseball. It's like the constant intrigue of something that could happen.
Somebody hits. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. Well, I appreciate it, Eric. I'll see you Saturday. Good luck tomorrow at your concert. Anybody bored tomorrow, go watch a concert, right? Can they just show up and go in?
Absolutely, yeah. We don't do advanced tickets, so yeah, just $5 at the store and you're in.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you then, Eric. I look forward to meeting you in person, and we're excited. So
definitely, yeah, I'm excited.
Right.
Do it.
Thanks, man. I'll see you then. I'm booting you now. Now you get the boot. I'll see you.
See ya.
Bye. All right, that's Eric from the Wick Yards, which is where we're ghost hunting again. I am super excited for this. 1, we don't have to travel real far. 2, it's like an old funeral home. We're gonna have me, Ron, Danny the intern is what we're calling him. He's gonna be doing the phone. So he's gonna be filming the entire time. So we should have a better quality of film. And then Joe is 50-50 going. So it's gonna be fun. Make sure you tune in at the Wick Yards. So all right. At 8:30 in an hour, we have Kelly Pavlik and Zion Hensley coming on the MLO Bros. We're gonna run over the studio. Kelly and Ryan and Zion coming on the MLO Bros at 8:30. So if Kelly Pavlik, you should know who Kelly Pavlik is, right? I mean, come on. Zion Hensley, Google her. She's like a phenom 12-year-old boxer. A little girl, and you're like, oh, look at this. Yeah, knock your freaking lights out. I'm telling you, she's gonna go. She'll be in the Olympics. We truly believe that. So they're all coming on at 8:30 on the MLO Bros. Thanks everybody. Love you guys. We'll see you all later. All right, bye.